Hi, my name is Ren. I'm an artist and an illustrator. Welcome back to the studio. So this is the second video in my series on color theory. In the first video, we talked a bit about my definition of color. We discussed a bit about the history of color, and we touched on the color wheel, including the primary, secondary, and tertiary colors. In today's video, we're going to dive a little bit deeper into the color wheel. All right, let's go. In today's video, we're going to dive a bit deeper into color theory, and we're going to talk about complementary colors, and we're going to mix up some colors here today. So first, we're going to trace a circle, and we're going to be making a color wheel, guys. So by no means is this circle going to be perfect, but I just want to demonstrate some color mixing and the color wheel for you guys. Okay, so the colors and materials we're going to be working with today. I have some Pyro Scarlet from Daniel Smith. I picked up some Hansa Yellow Medium, also from Daniel Smith. And lastly, I have Winsor and Newton Cotman watercolor in ultramarine. We're going to be working with those three primary colors today. I have a small squirrel hair brush that I like to work with because they hold water really well. This is a pointed round brush. I have 2 cups of clean water. We're going to have one where we clean our brush, wash all the pigment off, and another one to make sure that all the pigment is washed off of our brush. So, okay, let's start. First, we're going to lay down some color. We're going to start with the Pyro Scarlet. If you remember from my first video in the color theory series, we talked about the 3 primary colors being red, yellow, and blue. So first, let's lay down some red. And this color wheel is not going to be perfect, you guys. We are doing away with perfection in 2024. I just want to demonstrate some basics and fundamentals in color theory for you. So this is Pyro Scarlet, which for some reason, I don't know, you let me know in the comments, it's showing up a bit orange on camera. Let's rinse off our brush. And we're gonna make sure we got all that pigment out. Now let's lay down some Hansa Yellow Medium. Lay that down. And I like talking about the color wheel and color theory with you guys because it also helps me to remember the foundations. It's important to always touch base with the fundamentals in art. Even if you've been painting or making art for a while, just to give yourself a refresher. So there is Hansa Yellow Medium, which is a very beautiful bright yellow color. And now we're going to lay down some ultramarine. Let's lay that down over here. Okay. So like I said from my first video in this color theory series, try saying that 3 times fast, color theory series, we talked about the primary colors, and today we're going to mix up some secondary colors. First, let's start by mixing up red and yellow. So we're going to pick up some of that Pyro Scarlet, and you want to try mixing equal parts of each pigment to get a nice even color. Yeah, this is making a pretty orange color. And now, as you can see, as I'm laying down this orange, you can see the difference with this and this color, which I still think is appearing a bit more orange on camera than it is when you are just viewing it in person. So red and yellow make orange. Let's mix up some green. We're going to pick up some more of that ultramarine. Mix in some of that Hansa yellow. Here you can see a nice, pretty spring green is forming. And we're going to mix up our last secondary color of violet by mixing some blue with red. Okay. So let's talk about complementary colors. Complementary colors are positioned directly across from one another on the color wheel. I have my color wheel here. For example, red sits directly across from green, blue sits directly across from orange, and yellow sits directly across from violet. So they're called complementary colors because they provide the highest amount of contrast possible when paired together. For example, if you think about the traditional Christmas colors, red and green, when paired together, they provide a lot of contrast. Some people may not like that high level of contrast and find complementary colors a turn off, they turn away, but I actually find that pairing complementary colors together can provide a dynamic color scheme in your art piece or your painting. So complementary colors are seated directly across from one another. Like I said, red and green, blue and orange, and violet and yellow. I hope this video helped you to understand a bit more about color theory, including complementary colors, and I hope you stick around. We're gonna keep diving a bit more into color, and I'll see you next time. Bye.